Once again, class 12th biology, the same lesson, reproductive health. Today we are going to conclude this lesson. In today's class, we are going to discuss about MTP, that is medical termination of pregnancy, STIs, that is the sexually transmitted infections, and infertility. I am going to include two more topics in the last slide. That is actually we have to discuss in the first class. That is we are left in that class. So I am going to take that some important topic in the last slide of today's class. The first topic is medical termination of pregnancy. Now what is medical termination of pregnancy? It is a process. We know that after the pregnancy, the gestation period is there, and after the gestation period, the delivery is going on. But if because of any circumstances, if pregnancy is aborted before duration, that is called MTP. Intentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy before full term. It is also called induced abortion. We have to know some fact about this. In India, this process is legalized in year 1971. India probably the first country of the world which legalized this process. That process is reinforced in year 2017 by an act that is called Medical Termination of Pregnancy Amendment Act 2017. According to this act, a pregnancy must be terminated within the first 12 week on considerable ground. When we talk about the considerable ground, it means certain conditions which is complies here, such as pregnancy due to rapes, pregnancy due to some failure of the contraceptive methods, or pregnancy the fetus may be unhealthy, suffering from genetical disorder, or that pregnancy is dangerous for the woman, the mother, then MTP is allowed there within first 12 weeks. If pregnancy is lasted between 12 to 24 weeks, after 24 weeks, the abortion is riskier, more riskier. But between 12 to 24 weeks, if any circumstances arises and abortion is required in that circumstances, according to this amendment, that is Medical Termination of Pregnancy Amendment 2017, it is advisable that it must be permitted by court with the suggestion of at least 2 registered medical practitioners. Not any doctor or clinic must take this decision separately. Now, why MTP? Why it is necessary to legalize the process of termination of pregnancy? Sometimes pregnancy arises due to certain unwanted conditions. Unwanted conditions such as due to unprotected intercourse. Couple do not want any child, but they are unprotected themselves during intercourse, or failure of contraceptive during coitus. Various contraceptive methods are there. Couples must be use that contraceptive method, but then how that method must fail and pregnancy arises. And third, that is very much important, and that is the very crucial problem arise in the society, that is the rapes. The pregnancy due to the rapes. Must remember some important facts. MTP are relatively safe during first trimester, that is up to 12 weeks, first 3 months. It is a safer process. Second, in second trimester, it means after 12 weeks up to 24 weeks or the 4th, 5th and the 6th month of the pregnancy, it is a riskier. And after that, it is dangerous. It is not riskier. After 24 weeks, it is a dangerous process. Next, majority of MTPs are performed illegally by untrained person. It is very much problematic thing in our society. It is a riskier process and it is dangerous for the health also. But lots of the people are untrained who are doing this work without the permission of government, because they are not licensed, they are not expert for this process, but they perform that. That is called the illegal abortion. Okay. One more important thing, some illegal abortion arises to kill the female fetus. Female fetus. That is the dangerous for our society. But MTPs sometimes required because of some genuine reasons. The second topic today is the sexually transmitted infection. We know it, all these infections as the name of STDs. This is sexually transmitted infections that we call STIs. Now how we are going to define it? It is an infection or diseases which are transmitted through sexual intercourse are collectively called STIs. Okay, this is the diseases which is transferred from one body to another only because of the sexual intercourse. So it is called the sexually transmitted infections. It is also called venereal diseases, that is VD, or reproductive tract infections, that is RTI. So these are the other name for the STIs. Okay. Some important STIs are, name of the few: gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, trichomoniasis, hepatitis B, and overall AIDS. AIDS, you know very well about that. It is a syndrome which is sexually included in the sexually transmitted diseases. How we can protect ourselves from these type of diseases that we are talking about STIs. Okay, so whatever the precautions one should have to taken from get right from these diseases, one could be free of these infections by following simple principles. We have to oblige three important principles. With the help of that, we are able to save ourselves from STIs. What is first? Avoid sex with unknown partner or multiple partner. It is very much important. One should not practice the sex with unknown person, unknown partner, or multiple partner. Second, always try to use condom during coitus. It is very much important. Protect yourself with the help of the condom during the intercourse. In case of doubt, contact a qualified doctor. It is very much important process. If any problem arises, we have to come in the contact of a known doctor. Must remember, if we are taking the advice of any government doctor, all the examination and the treatment, it's secured. Doctor does not leak your problem to any other person. One more problem arises, that is called the infertility. Infertility, it is a condition in which couples are unable to produce children in spite of unprotected sexual cohabitation. The couple, anyone, male or female, they are unable to get a child after up to 2 years of the unprotected sex. If this problem arises, this is called infertility. This problem is very much common nowadays in our society. So there are various techniques, that is called the assisted reproductive techniques or technology, that is ART. With the help of this, the infertile parents are able to get their own child. So what is ARTs? These are certain special techniques to resolve the problem of infertility. These are in vitro fertilization, that we call the IVF. In this method, fertilization occurs outside the body and it is followed by embryo transfer. If any problem arises with the sperm or ovum inside the body of male or female, then the fertilization process performed outside the body, it means it is performed in the laboratory, and then the embryo or the blastomere that is injected, or it is kept in the womb of the female. This process is also called test tube baby. The various common ARTs are: first, zygote intrafallopian transfer, that is ZIFT. What happened in this zygote or early embryo that is the blastomere, that is up to 8 cell stage, okay, that is made in the laboratory only. It means the fertilization occur in the test tube. After fertilization, the zygote must reach up to the blastomere condition, and then that blastomere is implanted in the uterus of the female. So this is the first method. Second is called IUT, that is intrauterine transfer, in which embryo with more than 8 blastomere transfer into the uterus. After 8 blastomere, it is directly implant in the uterus, endometrium of the uterus. That is called the IUT. The third method is the GIFT, that is the gamete intrafallopian transfer. Transfer of an ovum collected from a donor into the fallopian tube of another female who cannot produce ovum. Let us suppose the female is unable to produce ovum. Then one ovum is placed inside the fallopian tube. And when the sperm reaches up to the fallopian tube, one ovum is already waited there for fertilization. And this is called the gamete intrafallopian transfer, that is the GIFT. One more method is there, that is called ICSI, intracytoplasmic sperm injection. Sperm is directly inserted into the ovum in laboratory to form embryo. Okay, the female is able to produce ovum, but somehow sperm is not properly or healthier produced by the male. Then some sperm is collected from the same partner or from the donor, and that is injected inside the uterus, inside the vagina, and then fertilization occur, and due to which the couple is able to get their own child. That is called the ICSI. These are the various ARTs that is used by any couple for their own child. One more technique is called the artificial insemination, AI. In this technique, the semen collected either from the husband or a healthy donor, in which the semen is collected from a donor or the husband, and we know that the semen collect lots of the sperm in it and is artificially introduced either into the vagina or into the uterus of the female. That semen is introduced, semen with lots of the sperm, then it is introduced inside the uterus through the vagina, and then that sperm must fertilize with the ovum and the pregnancy arises. This is called the artificial insemination or intrauterine insemination. The last topic is the demography and census. As I told you, this is actually the topic of the first class, but the topics left in that section, so we are going to conclude it here. Census, I think you know very well what is the census. Census is actually the population counting. A proper procedure is going on, taken by the government, and the population is counted properly. In our country, 2011 is the last census time, and 2021 is the next census which is going on. Some government authorities come to your house and ask about the number of the family member who are placed there in your home and in your colony, in your area, and that's a particular calculation or the particular counting of the population. So that is called the census. But what is demography? Demography actually is the statistical, that is the observation only, that is was taken year after year. observation as to how many people, how many children are birth each and every year, what is the death ratio of the society which we have to be estimated, what is the income background of that particular person, number of the person or the society or the group of the society or individual's income, and what are the incident of the disease such as the COVID-19 is going on. So one statistical sketch that is formed is called the demography, but exact counting is called the census. So this is all from this lesson. Bye bye.